Hello there, and welcome to a anime in UK special. I am joined by my wonderful co-host Rebecca.
Hello.
It's really good to have you here with us because there actually has been quite, I guess, exciting news and
Oh yeah.
interesting news that has hit today. Of course, a lot of other channels have been covering this, but I think we may be the first ones covering this from the United Kingdom. I guess the United
Angle.
angle,
UK
yeah,
angle.
because technically this I guess there's a lot. I think there's even more sort of things to come from this from the United Kingdom point of view, which is kind of interesting. So yeah, as I was saying, it's really interesting. But just before we quickly start, because we are talking about the Funimation takeover, please do check out. We do have an Instagram now. That is Anime in UK Zero. So
Yeah.
yes, check it out. I've just started it. There's a wonderful picture of me with a dinosaur. So yes, please do check it out if you're not. And of course, we're also on Twitter. If you do want to check out other things, I just thought I'd quickly get that out there before we started. So today, Funimation, I really guess out of nowhere, has announced that its library is going to Crunchyroll. Of course, Sony did own both Funimation and
Only
Crunchyroll.
they had bought them out. They bought them out near about the end of last year.
Yeah,
So this has been on the cards for a while.
and
A lot of fans have been asking for both of the
mm,
libraries to be merged for years now. And with things like Netflix and Amazon Prime and so much,
mm,
you're just gonna end up with so many subscriptions.
yeah,
So this kind of
yeah,
streamlines it a bit.
yeah.
Because
No,
like they'll
mm,
have all the Funimation content on
yeah,
Crunchyroll by the end of March,
mm-hmm. That
and from April, all the new Samuel dubs and so forth will be on the Crunchyroll website.
So essentially, there'll be no more simcasts on Funimation, from my understanding. Is that correct?
Yep.
Sorry,
Yes.
I have been at work, so I have like been trying to follow this story. It's sort of like I guess this story is still breaking.
The
So,
simulcast will be on Funny from now on.
mhm. And
So if you want to watch your dubbed episodes of Dress Me Up, Darling,
yeah,
or
which I do. I really do. I really am enjoying that show. Um, I will have to carry on watching from Crunchyroll. So,
but
yeah.
if you're a Funny subscriber, you
Mm-hmm.
get 60 days free premium.
Ooh, I think I'm gonna do that. I'm definitely gonna do that because, of course, yeah. Now I've got to go over to Crunchy. I never actually had. I think I've very rarely had actually a Crunchyroll account because I will admit I watch more dub. I know I put my hands up. I watch more dubbed anime and Funimation. I mean, there was a point where Crunchyroll did no dubs, so of course I kind of I feed up with Funimation, and so I always and I will admit when I've used Crunchyroll on the smart TV, I've not normally been very impressed with the app. I mean, do you have a different story of that, Rebecca? Do you?
I tend to use like the app on my tablet
I
PC.
see. See, I'm one of these people. I really enjoy watching it on the television.
But I
Um,
have just bought an HDMI cable, so
mm,
HDMI to USB-C
yeah,
cable, so I can
yeah,
technically
yeah,
hook it up.
yeah.
So
Um,
convention times,
yeah, we can hook it up and stuff. Because I
yeah.
hear that. I heard like the phone tab one works really well. The tablet just when it comes to the smart TV, when you actually got to deal with buttons, it's like it doesn't want to know. I mean, Funimation's one can be a bit temperamental at times. I still remember the time I was trying to watch Higurashi and nothing but Spanish subtitles would come up. That was a true story. I was like really excited. Like, yes, a new Higurashi's out. And every time I turned it on, it was like Spanish subtitles. And it was on English. I went through all the options, turned on and off, turned it on, turned it off. So I guess both of them did have their sort of temperamental moments. But
To
yeah,
be honest, I've had more luck with the Crunchy app
yeah,
than the Funny app
yeah,
via tablet. But I'll leave it. I'll just say it
yeah.
like that.
But this is where the interesting thing is, and I think we did cover this in an earlier episode of Anime in UK, our manga entertainment episode, is that Funimation UK is really just taken over a UK company called Manga Entertainment, which I do believe did used to have offices in America, but over here they were the big boys. They were like practically them and Anime Limited, like are the two biggest like anime distributors. I think it was only a few months ago they finally took down all the manga. They literally totally scrubbed the manga name clear. So now we've had Crunchyroll essentially take over Funimation. So we've gone from in the UK having Manga Entertainment become Funimation. Now, of course, this is where things are a bit cloudy. They could still go by Funimation for home releases. But looking at this, I think they just want to scrub the Funimation name. I will admit it's not popular in certain groups. I mean, personally, Funimation has never done anything overly bad to me. I do understand why people don't like them. They have probably done some jerky things to people. I can understand the dislike. But it feels like they've gone to a focus group. You remember the episode of South Park? I think it's the first Christmas one. And they're like, have a load of people sort of thingied up to machines. And they're like, okay, we're going to say a load of words. And they're like, the button, like the light will go off if you find that word offensive. And then they're like, just saying really simple stuff like Santa. Like, Christmas tree. And then like all the lights stop going off. Like, oh no, okay, we can't say that. I just imagine them doing that to like a load of like anime fans, and they sort of put like, okay, we're gonna say
that light will go off very quickly on quite a few people.
So, yeah, I just like the idea they just did that to a load of anime fans, and they go, we're gonna say some anime words, and we're gonna be like anime, okay, Crunchyroll, like maybe one guy, okay, maybe Funimation. They all sort of flashing. Like, okay, we won't say Funimation. We're going to change Funimation. We're changing Funimation. We're going to get rid of Funimation. Yeah, so that's just like really interesting. Because earlier, at first, I thought they were only, as you can see, this art here, Crunchy. This is the VTuber. Have you seen Crunchyroll's VTuber?
Yes, it's Crunchyroll Hime. They've made
Hime, yeah. I actually have watched some of her streams. She actually does interact with. She actually has interacted with me. So if you're watching,
actually dissed your bad taste in anime.
That's just my bad taste in anime. No, I've got what she said. I think we were talking about something. I was like, "Hey, I'm from the UK." She said, "Oh, hey, cool. Like they're anime UK," and I'm like, "Yay!" Because my God, unless I'm going to pay money, I'm not going to get noticed on a Holo live stream. that was my thrill for the day.
I've been noticed by Holo live stream. Thank you very much.
Oh yeah, you. Oh yeah, I remember the time you called Amy was it a boom?
Yeah.
And she got really upset about it. That's such a Chad mood, Rebecca. Like getting noticed by a Holo live girl without super chatting.
I've been noticed by Amy more than once, so
yeah. As I was saying, it's weird that So at first, I literally thought it's only happening in the UK. I thought they may be doing it as a test market. We're a smaller market. It's like when Disney Plus came out, they released it first in Holland, as it was a way smaller market. If anything majorly went wrong, it was, way less people to sort out. So yeah, it was really interesting. And then I found out, no, it is worldwide. I think
because they've just taken over Anime Lab in Australia.
Yeah. And I think you said it earlier.
I said it earlier, but Crunchyroll has always had worldwide appeal.
Yes. They have it in France. And
they have it in Africa's and the North and South America.
And those countries don't have Funimation. They have their own local, like we did. We had Manga Entertainment. I mean, as a
no, and also I just find it funny because Crunchyroll started up like a fan sub streaming site where you could just watch pirated episodes of Naruto all day.
Yeah, they literally were. that all they were. They were just a fan sub site. And one day, someone in Japan was like, "Hey, maybe let's do a deal together." And I mean, that was the first thing they got. They got the Naruto rights, because I remember back in the days watching like it off Data by All. Do you remember Data by All?
Yes. Oh, Jesus Christ! Now we're the fucking boomers.
Oh my god! Maybe we should do an episode where we talk about Data by All. I'm actually one of the videos I'm thinking of doing is actually a look about YouTube when YouTube first started and how it was the greatest streaming site ever. Because there was
how you could watch like episodes in 3 parts.
Yeah. No. When I first started watching YouTube, they hadn't even done the 3-part thing. You could watch literally any show you thought of. You could just type it in. It'd be there. Like you put in The Simpsons, the entire like classic run of The Simpsons would be there. Put in Family Guy, all Family Guy would be there. Put in South Park, all the South Park would be there. Like I mean, in 360, but hey.
Those were the
days. And, it was just such a so yeah, this is interesting. All these major sort of Crunchyroll YouTube, they literally just started out. I mean, they want to make out that we were watching Lonely Girl. We weren't watching Lonely Girl. Was just a front. That old guy, he was also just a front. It was all just a front. We were just all back there watching anime. But yeah, no, I is a video I'm working on after MianiCon, because at the moment MianiCon is taking up all our time.
I've just got cosplays I need to work on. I've got panels I need to finish.
Yeah.
I'm getting almost there with the cosplays though.
Yeah. You were saying the other day you're almost there. I've completed one of my panels. I just have to complete the other.
I still need to. I'm still gathering material for my panel.
Yeah.
Because I managed to find loads on Facebook.
Yeah.
Loads of like.
No, I know that sourcing material, especially on my one and my second panel. It's like getting all the material together. Then you can actually make the panel. Because you're like, oh, this isn't actually available, or I can't get this, or.
But with stuff like Hololive, like, you know that when I finish the panel, they're going to announce like, you VTuber generation.
You know that. You know they're going to announce it literally 5 minutes before your panel starts, and you're going to have to rewrite the whole panel because of it. But the other interesting thing is, and another bit of interesting history, of course I have talked about this Manga Entertainment. When Funimation Now actually came out first over here, it wasn't Funimation Now, it was actually the Animax app. Animax is actually I should actually quickly get a picture up if I can actually get something up. Animax is a Animax Asia. There we go. Animax is actually a sort of actual Japanese television channel, and I think they have television channels in the rest of Asia,
like Philippines, places like that.
Yeah, Singapore, Korea, and back in the day, I think they had quite a lot of channels all over the world. I know up until recently they had one in Germany. They had like ones in Africa. I mean, there was always rumors they were going to come to the UK. I mean, as a channel. I mean, they came as a streaming service. And one of the more interesting things is they actually used to produce their own English dubs. So they actually, especially I think and that was back in the day, they used to broadcast, when they broadcast to the rest of Asia, to get around, like, so they could just be as cheap as possible. They just English, as most of 8 countries in Asia speak some sort of, like, a lot of them do understand English. Places like the Philippines, I believe Singapore, they just showed these really bizarre English dubs. Some of them that already had English dubs, like way better English dubs, and other shows that would never ever get English dubs over here. And it's just like this really sort of interesting, like, lost, all these really bizarre lost English dubs. This is a Full Metal Alchemist dub, and no joke, they gave Armstrong a really German accent. And there's like a jig clip out there, him going like, oh, like he's like this really German accent, and it was just so bizarre. It's so bizarre. So yeah, literally the app, the Funimation app or Sony's app, started out as that, then of course Sony bought Funimation, and that sort of time there was a lot of in between Funimation and Crunchyroll. They were sharing their things, and then sort of Funimation came along and like bugged that all up. Sony said Sony buying Funimation always bugged that all up, and then of course now we had the thing. Well, Sony have gone out their way and actually bought Crunchyroll. So yeah, this is going to be.
I think that's like Time Warner trying to like get rid of assets.
Yeah, Time Warner wanted to, and then we like where we got stuff like this High Guardian Spice from, and all these weird Crunchyroll originals like that. Oh, what was that 3D anime that isn't
X-Arm?
X-Arm. God, I was watching an episode of that off of Japanese television. It actually had like a car commercial with the characters in it. And I'm sitting there going, someone somewhere thought this was going to be a hit show. That would be enough to push, like, didn't like the guy cancel the manga over the TV series? He was like that embarrassed by it. Oh wow, it's just it was a total car crash. So yeah, it's just going to be interesting that over here we've had the rebrand from Manga Entertainment. It's the Manga Entertainment to Funimation, and now it looks like we're going to rebrand once again to Crunchyroll. It's probably going to get to the point where Funimation UK will never get to a UK event because they weren't at MCM last time. By the time the next MCM runs around, there's probably a possibility they will already become Crunchyroll.
I don't think they ever. Thing is, like,
yeah,
I just don't think that they really. Well, they only really got a stronghold in the market last couple of years, and there was no events due to you know what.
Yeah, because Crunchyroll were actually at events like normally Anime Limited would run things with them.
Yeah.
Like remember the well there was wasn't there like a little fair thing last time?
Yeah.
And they had Shield Hero t-shirts. And I always remember they
Dr. Stone t-shirt.
Yeah, and Dr. Stone t-shirts that you could buy from them, which is really cool because there was like no other Dr. Stone or Shield Hero t-shirts. And so it was like they did have a stand. They did have like I mean they normally like had like you could come and sign up and you'd get some freebies. So they did have a presence at the con. It's just going to be interesting now to see next MCM. Like, how do they do? Are they going to have a Funimation stand? They're going to have a Crunchyroll? They're going to have a bit of both? It's just...
I probably think, like, might be Crunchy stand, because they mostly turn up at MCM, and now they've probably got budget allocated to actually go.
That's what I'm thinking. It's going to be really interesting to see what they do this Comic-Con. Coming up, of course they are here. Could we have confirmed Anime Limited will be at MianiCon, which will actually be the first time any of the big companies are actually at a convention physically.
Yeah, Tofu Cute's there as well. They haven't been doing events since
since the trouble. So yeah, that's really good. So it's good to actually see some of the stalls and companies actually slowly coming back to cons, and will be there.
I think it's the budget thing.
Yeah, as you said, I think they set their budget aside at the start of the year, and I really wouldn't have been surprised. A lot of companies kind of went, you know what, let's just make this 2021 a write-off. I don't think anything's going to happen. But yeah, no. So
it's like I was watching some like a writer's YouTube channel, and all the time that he didn't have. Has spent going to conventions. He spent writing more novels, which is now putting on a Kickstarter for people to have like a yearly book club next year, like a new novel every few months.
Yeah, that's a good idea. But yeah. So, is there anything else you want to add to this Funimation, Crunchy?
Something I think I've seen mentioned on Twitter and such. It's like home video.
Yes.
We don't get all of Funny's back catalogue. We only get like a limited amount.
Yes, I know what you mean. You say so everything Crunchy's ever released, not Funny, Funimation's ever released on DVD or Blu-ray that they still have the rights to, because there will be stuff they do no longer have the rights to.
Yeah.
That does happen.
Yeah.
Home media releases do run out of, like, someone who does car boots and stuff and collects stuff. I do know that, like, it's like one of the rarest DVDs in this country, no joke, is the Sailor Moon release, because literally they lost the rights to that so fast.
Wow.
I know. And any time I've ever seen it, and it's only been about twice, it's like over £100 for like the box set, and it's like the really rubbish Saban dub. so yeah, it's interesting to say. I know what you mean. The stuff that they probably still have license for, but they've not stuck onto Funimation app with Funimation Now. I even noticed that they stopped calling the app Funimation Now. I think it's just called Funimation.
Yeah, it's just Funimation.
Yeah. But I still call it Funimation now. But yeah, it's just interesting. So will we get more? I know what you're saying now. Will we get more the stuff that they were probably holding back for the home market? Are they going to stick more of that onto Crunchyroll? Maybe they'll go back and get the rights to some stuff.
But I meant for stuff like DVDs and Blu-rays.
Yeah.
But then it's like, if it's got particular appeal, maybe someone like Anime Limited could like swoop in and get it.
Yeah. Because that was another thing, that there was a lot of that in this country. That there'll be Funimation's app in America and Funimation's app in the UK. They would have different shows. Like, for example, I think both the most recent Love Life in America is on Funimation's app, while in the United Kingdom, the new Love Life were on Crunchyroll's app. And it was to the point that when they both started, at least the third one, they didn't start showing episodes until episode 3, because literally the rights just had not been sorted.
At least now, definitely they're going to Crunchyroll, not have to around with so many apps.
Yeah, and it's like that, and it's like stuff like King's Game in America, it's on Funny, while over here it's not. And then it's Dragon Ball and One Piece can't be on the Funimation app over here.
Get them on the Crunchy app.
But they're on the Crunchy app, but then the Crunchy app I don't think has the dub, while the Funny app in America, so you can't get the dubs for Dragon Ball and One Piece.
Right, I'll just pull up my Crunchyroll now.
Yeah, and then
log in.
Then you got some stuff will be subbed only on Crunchy, and then it'll have the dub on Funimation, but it'll be dub only on Funimation. So yeah, it just got really confusing. It was just like, oh yes, I'm just looking at the thing. There's actually one show I kind of want to watch. Have you been watching Orient yet?
I haven't yet, but I want to see it.
I was about to say, I saw an episode of Japanese TV, and I was like,
yes, it's the same author as Margie.
Yeah, I was just about to say, I was like, oh, this seems like a sort of show Rebecca would like. I was just checking with you.
I just haven't been watching that much stuff lately.
Yeah, no, it was like the third episode. It's like when the girl...
I'm probably going to pick more stuff up after Minami. I want to get Minami out the way first.
Cool. No, I'm watching it. It's the one where the green-haired girl joins them. And it's like, oh, I think Rebecca would like this show.
There's quite a few shows that
I
really want to... There's like some shows I really want to have a look into, but I'll wait till after Minami's over.
Yeah. I really want my pancakes. I got pancakes like ready to cook.
How many is...
Have you got any...
That's what... I've had my pancakes.
Well, I haven't had mine yet, so I want to have my pancakes on Pancake Day. Yeah, so yeah, there it was like, no, I was just saying, it just looks really good, Orient. But only, like I said, literally one episode unsubtitled on Japanese television. I was like, this is very record. Yeah, I'm only saying it because they literally are showing it on.
Yeah, let's go on my watch list. I've been looking for that. Sorry, I'm just having a look on Crunchy now and putting stuff on watch list.
Stuff on your watch list. Is there anything you want to thingy from Crunchy?
I've been seeing like pictures of like the case study of Vanitas, which looks quite really nice designs. But I'm really into, like that looks good, but it's like, but Crunchyroll next season they're going to have a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And it's like, will you have all the stuff I want to watch? And the answer is probably no, because I remember that Tiger Bunny's on Netflix. Tiger Bunny season 2 is coming out on Netflix in the middle of April. So.
Oh well.
Oh well. If I get my Spy X Family, Ninja Kasaki, and Shield Hero season 2, then I'm a happy camper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, anything else you want to add on to this, or?
That's the only one I want to have a look at.
What are you looking
just
at?
adding something to my.
You just adding stuff. This is just turning into you adding stuff into your, like, it shows you how well they are promoting this. It's just turned into, oh, I'm on Crunchyroll. Oh, I'm gonna add all the things to my Crunchy list. I watched the video. I know about the Crunchy list. I'm looking forward to making my Crunchy list.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. I'm just saying. It just shows you.
So it's how much I've been watching anime lately.
Yeah, you're just like, oh, I want to watch that.
Yeah, before...
I was just about to say, I'm just sorry. I just thought Orient looked like a show you'd like, and I was like,
it's like a show that I'd like, and I put it on my watch list.
So yeah, you're going to tell me if Orient's any good, and I'll probably be lazy.
Or perhaps we'll watch it. We'll probably watch it.
Maybe we'll watch it at MianiCon. Maybe we'll watch Orient in MianiCon. Okay, we've got that. Wow, well, people watching anime at anime conventions. What for? It was like the original idea of them. Then it came to the point. Okay, no joke. In this country, when the anime conventions first came out in the 90s, practically all that was done was all they were rooms where they were showing anime. And then I think we got to about 2005, 2006, and literally more events were sort of happening. So people were like arranging quizzes, they're arranging panels and stuff. So what was starting to happen was less and less rooms were being used for showing anime, because now people could watch them at home. Well, literally before, the only way they could come and watch most of the stuff was literally because someone had managed to get a videotape of it from Japan and added some subtitles to it. So, it's just really interesting. And now people come to anime events that actually do anime events. And, literally all the screening rooms at MianiCon, which is the oldest anime con, there's no more because there is no room for rooms to show anime.
That's why we go to our hotel rooms and watch anime.
Yes, that's what we're going to be watching.
We did that at Minami. When Kill la Kill was airing. A whole bunch of us just gathered around and just watched
I remember once.
episodes.
I remember once going past the Hero Academia meet.
Yeah.
And you were sitting there in a floppy costume. No joke, you were sitting there in a floppy costume. And there was about another 20 Hero Academia cosplayers.
No, it wasn't quite like that.
No, it was like that.
This was the last Kitakon.
It was the last Kitakon. It was the
last Kitakon, and then what happened was someone decided to go watch it because nothing to do. It was Sunday afternoon at Kitakon.
Yeah.
Unless you wanted to watch cosplay chess.
Yeah.
There was bugger all to do.
Yeah.
So it was just. So my friend just hooked up his laptop.
Yeah.
See the latest couple of episodes because his girlfriend hadn't watched the episode before.
Yeah.
So we watched the episode before.
Yeah.
So basically, went to Cost Cutters.
Yeah.
Got ourselves some food.
Yeah.
Watched the first episode. Friends people say, "Oh, we haven't watched this episode yet. Can we come watch?"
Yeah. Yeah, everybody. It was like the entire cast of Hero Academia sitting in the middle of this convention watching Hero Academia. It was weird. It was bizarre.
We haven't gone to anime movie screenings.
Yeah. It was just weird. It just. Oh yeah. You're about to point out, Tim. I remember someone going to a Hero Academia 2 screening in cosplay. Yeah, that's because I was invited. So
yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, it's just wow. It's just like, see, people sometimes do watch anime at anime conventions.
God, people do like anime at anime conventions. It's not just some cool hipster place to hang out. Right, wow.
Put your kids we're at half the VTuber cosplays on.
We're at half an hour on this video. So shall we is there anything else we need to add or anything? Or is this just gonna turn into
if it's like if you got like both, I would it's like if you got like both crunchy and funny, you can
I'm
cancel your funnies.
I'm cancelling funny. I have no point to have funny anymore. But I know it'll probably be they may be slow, but literally I think by probably November, I don't think the funny app will even be open anymore.
No.
I think it's gone. I think funny's gone. I think as I said, I think it's considered kind of toxic in certain parts of the fan base. And I mean, they looked at it, as I said, they've probably gone, well, let's people get offended by Crunchyroll, so let's just like pave it all over. And don't trust me, people have done this before. They have just literally changed the name for something and they have become way more successful. So yeah, that's what I think has happened there. So yeah, it's been really fun. It was fun doing this quick. Do you have a good time doing this, Rebecca?
Yeah, I really think it's something we need to talk about.
Yeah, you know. So maybe we'll do more videos like this where we just do the most current subject matter. We just sort of do a video on it. Of course, please do check us out on our Twitter, at Anime in UK, and of course, yet again, our new Instagram with me with the TARDIS.
That's when did dinosaur turn to a TARDIS?
No, there was a dinosaur. One of them's me with dinosaur, and then there's one of me with the TARDIS. And then one next to Amelia Watson probably going, "Oh, I'm going to steal that TARDIS." And
that's why you have me put control in that thing.
Yeah, but yeah, so I've been Timothy.
And I've been Rebecca.
And please, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe. We do many cool videos about anime, and of course we will have our MeoniCon coverage very, very soon. So until next time, we'll see you again. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.